and shine. Don't be the last time you wear what you got on. Bikini top and cut off jeans. Baby girl, you know you looking mean. She said, how we gonna make it through? Won't you think you got swampers on my truck phone? Ooh, it's somebody to get. We gonna crank that country. Pass that, and get Thursday. Let it rain, let it rain, let it rain. Well, it's somebody to get.
Into the NFL on EA Sports. Super Bowl dreams are on the line today in the conference championship where only one team can move on. It's the Vikings going up against the Saints. With that, we'll send you out to the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans, where we'll check in with the two men calling the action, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Coming up, it's a battle to represent the NFC in this year's Super Bowl. And we've got a classic in store between the Minnesota Vikings and the New Orleans Saints. They go play action here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. And a very good offensive unit here. One of the reasons they're so good is running back Mark Ingram.
Took a little while for him to find his footing when he got into the league, but the former Heisman Trophy winner has it now and has really upped his pass receiving potential. A nice player.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he's brought down after a good gain. A big pickup there on the run. 32 yards.
One of the good things offenses did years ago was they lettered their gaps the same on each side. A gap between guard and center on either side. That's what you want to control when you're trying to run the ball up the middle.
And why is that?
Because typically you either have a big nose guard in there in an odd front, three-man front, or you have defensive tackles that might line up in the A-gaps trying to gain an advantage and get upfield themselves. If you can control that, it gives the back plenty of space to pick and choose where to go.
And there, a great inside run, broke the contact and got some space. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. A first carry for Kenyon Drake. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Quickly now a look at the defensive starters for Minnesota.
Harrison Smith is a player I love to watch. Whether he's ranging deep as a free safety, keep your eyes on him.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. On second down, it's Drake. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a third and about 2.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
And now some motion before the snap. And this will be our first penalty of the night's proceedings. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is third down. Now Breeze on third down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Brandon Cooks, the receiver he was going after. And fourth down coming up.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion as we just saw there, that's winning football.
Out now is the field goal unit for New Orleans. From the right hash, this from 53. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And the Saints are going to take a 3-0 lead. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 yards with a new rule as he's taken down right at the 20-yard line. First down throw for Bradford. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. First down coming there on the intermediate passing play. That's been a point of emphasis, they told us in practice, using those medium routes to keep the defense off balance.
And it wasn't just them telling us. We got to watch them practice it and work on it because they've been trying to fine-tune it and get it right before this game. And I think they have to be happy with the result.
Bradford now to throw on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Touchdown, Vikings. Adrian Peterson, touchdown number 15 of the year. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
And so we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And on 2nd and 10 now. They go play action for Ingram. Now Breeze. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. He was looking for Mark Ingram there. And now it's 3rd down.
It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. So a ways to go here on 3rd and 10. 1 receiver left, 3 to the right. From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was another good run, and he's having an excellent day. And right now, I don't think his team could have any more confidence in handing him the football.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. They come up in an offset eye. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. On 2nd down, Ingram. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's say, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. Breeze gives it up to Ingram. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much, as he's down to the 48. The tackle made there by Linval Joseph.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about...
Coleman, the man in motion right. A pitch out to Drake. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Time running out here on the play clock. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th. Breeze going to go on 4th. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. A big loss there of 9 yards on the play. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Bradford now from the 50s. Over the middle, he's got Treadwell. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Time to feature the offensive starters and to give some love to the tight end, Kyle Rudolph.
He's been to the Pro Bowl already, battled a few injuries, but he's back and better than ever. Has added a little yoga to his regimen in order to make it more nimble. That makes it that much harder for the defenders to catch him.
So they complete the pass, and now they face a second down. They come out here in the eye. A first carry now for Adrian Peterson. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. And here now, New Orleans defensive unit.
Stephon Anthony acclimated quite quickly to the NFL. As soon as he joined the team, he became their leading tackler.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Wejeric McKinnon. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on 4th down. Now the defense definitely showing blitz here. Now Bradford on 4th down. Caught on the right side by Treadwell. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football, and they've got it here with a first down. They come up in an offset eye. First down, here's a run with Peterson. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And that's the type of play that'll fire up the defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all, or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
2nd down following the run. Again, Peterson. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On 3rd down, Bradford. And complete, right side, the tight end Rudolph. Give him 8 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Well, they'll say no to the 46-yard field goal try. They're going to go for it. Fourth down, Bradford. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. And the 8th play on this drive coming up. One receiver left, 3 to the right. Bradford And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Second down now after the pass completion. They come out here in the eye. Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there, and now it's third down and inches. Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. First carry of the game here for Matt Asiata. Just a gain of a yard, but it's going to set him up with a first and goal.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just third and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Offense comes to the line now, first and 10. Bradford now to throw on first down. This will be caught at about the 6. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second and goal.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now a second down throw for Bradford. And his throw is incomplete. Michael Pruitt, the big tight end, his intended receiver. And it'll bring up third down.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups. And they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field. Third and goal, Bradford. Trying for White, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Kenny Vaccaro. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Now we'll see what his offense can do.
It is a nice completion to Kobe Fleener, and no one can be happier than Drew Brees.
They had Jimmy Graham for all those years, Ben Watson last year, and now coming south from Indianapolis, Fleener. On first down, Drake. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
They stay on the ground with Drake. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
And frankly, Brandon, we're talking about things I'm not sure we ever thought we'd talk about in the NFL. And a lot of that is the speed at the linebacker position. A lot of these guys in college, they were safeties. They moved them up to outside linebacker to combat the spread offenses, and now we're seeing it in the NFL. Those same guys using their speed to make plays in the backfield, similar to that one.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now Breeze on third down. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
Well, the advantage has certainly shifted to the defense as we began that third down play, and they found a way to foil it and pick up a first down.
Third time's a charm, right? 2 incompletions. Had to have it on third, and they got it.
Yeah, they stuck with it, weren't daunted at all, and picked it up.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll be back with more in the NFC title bout after this. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll be back with more in the NFC title bout after this. They come up with one back. That's Ingram. Breeze now to throw. And he's got it over the middle. Flainer. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He had told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now Breeze on the bootleg. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Daniil Hunter in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. On play action, it's Breeze. He's got time in the pocket. He's got his man. It's Brandon Coleman. Another timeout called by the Vikings now. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first. Now this from 43. And this is going to be no good. He misses it off to the left, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
So the D-line's going to spread out. They go back to the air here after the INT. And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now just under 30 seconds to go in this first half. Ten yards still left on 2nd down. A 2nd down throw for Bradford. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And where the ball is now, you got the field goal pretty much in the bag. Now do you try for the end zone a couple of times?
I don't think there's any question about it. You might get a gift of 6 points rather than the 3 that you just noted. that you feel like you already have, be aggressive, go after it, and try and get those points.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. So after the INT, it's Breeze. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
One receiver left, three to the right. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Cameron Jordan in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Final play of the half, Bradford. And a quick throw here, that's complete. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship as we send you over to our headquarters in Orlando, where we check in with Larry Ridley for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show him one thing, hit him with something else.
And he's brought down. 12 yards on the pickup, and it'll be first down Vikings.
And that's a good sign right there as we start the third quarter, because in the first half, not much space to run the football. And as we go into the half, we often think to ourselves, all right, what's the adjustment? What do they have to do? You know what a lot of the adjustments are? No adjustments. You know the game plan, been working on it all week. Maybe a little tweak here or there, a little bit better blocking, and now you're establishing the running game.
He's going to find his running back. It's complete. Give him 2 yards on that play, and it'll bring up a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now Bradford on second down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it's third down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. On third down, Bradford. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's brought down after a good gain. A big 30-yard play on third.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Now a play fake here on first down. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and it's second down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Second down following the incompletion. Throwing again. Bradford on 2nd and 10. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. That one goes for 24 yards.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. They come out here in the eye. Asiata here on the ground. And he'll take this one down inside the 5 to the 3. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Shift together here from the D-line. 2nd down, Bradford. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Stephon Diggs, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead. Extra point try now for Walsh. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. And so we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Ingram again. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Breeze hands to Ingram. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Daniil Hunter, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. And the defense will try and pin their ears back and get pressure again here after the sack. It's 3rd down.
Ready? 5-5-5. Check it out.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. He finds Coleman. And give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
And fit's the exact right word. Over the middle, there's almost always traffic, so anytime you're a receiver in that area, you're not just focused on catching the football. You're wondering where the collision's going to come from, right? Because there's almost always someone there able to concentrate, catch it, and even added a little extra at the end with a short run.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. Right back to Drake. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. That 2nd down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves him with just a 3rd and 3 now. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. On 3rd and short, Drake. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. He needed 3. He got 2. Now that'll set up an interesting situation here on 4th and a yard. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Bree's going to go on 4th down. It's complete to Fleener. 5 yards on the pickup, and on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays in big-time moments. I think that 4th down qualified. That was a heck of a throw.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Anthony Barr coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On 2nd down, here's Breeze. It's complete. Fleener, right side. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. And this seemingly endless drive continues.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think they were looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely. I mean, size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
And they're going to speed things up here. A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring out the 3rd down.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
This is turning into a bit of a death march here, the 13th play of this drive. Play clock winding down. Play clock hit 0. Don't know what went wrong there, Charles, but it's going to cost them 5 yards.
Has to be some organization from the sideline. Sometimes when you're trying to decide on what play to send in, the play caller has to move a little bit faster.
And a really long drive here, and it goes on and on. And the play clock's running down. Snap comes at 1, and now Breeze. Caught right side, it's Snead. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. A decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they do inch a bit closer.
Yeah, still lots of time to go in this one. Take the points, move on, and let your defense try to get the ball back.
The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
They start the drive with Peterson. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Vikings in possession of the football and the lead. They'll be looking to add to that total as we begin quarter number 4. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one up to the 26. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5. And in this situation with the lead 4th quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
The Saints with an extra defensive back here on 3rd on the field.
Could they blitz?
Bradford from the gun on 3rd down. It's caught by Treadwell. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Bradford on 1st down. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. It's a pickup of 19, and it'll be a Minnesota 1st down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
They come up in an offset eye. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Bradford to throw it. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
Trying to defend a drag route is really tough because you don't want to jump a route that's shorter or underneath as the drag route is too quickly, because oftentimes they want to run that route and then hit over the top of you for bigger yardage. So if you can chip off the timing of the receiver off the line of scrimmage so he can't actually get into the route, that's the best way to defend it. But there was no possibility of that on that play. End result, the receiver won in a big way.
Now Asiata, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Matt Asiata, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Walsh now for the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. And so we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And with a new rule, that decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he only gets to the 20. The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. They come out here in the eye. To throw is Breeze. And Thomas has it. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and short. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now a handoff to Ingram. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. And the offense in that middle ground here on 3rd down. 5 yards to go.
Ready. 21. Here we go.
And now they're in the hurry up. Now Breeze. It's complete to Flater. And a nice gain of 21 yards. In a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Ready.
On 1st and 10. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Linval Joseph busting through to get him for a loss of 6. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Breeze to throw on 2nd down. And this one's incomplete. The tight end Josh Hill was the target, and it's 3rd down.
As tight ends go, he might not provide the super flashy plays very often, but he's pretty reliable. Usually an excellent target and normally catches what's thrown to him, but he didn't on that play.
And the Vikings with an extra defender in the secondary on 3rd.
Playing coverage here.
On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. And he'll be out of bounds, able to take it down to the 40. 18 yards there and a 1st down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
Breeze now on 1st down. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it's a 2nd down.
Seeing that play and understanding just how tough it is to cover tight ends, especially the ones running around the NFL nowadays, makes me glad I didn't make it in that league. I would have had a really difficult time.
But now you get to sit up here with me.
Yeah, and that's fun, isn't it? And what a really nice game right there on 1st down for them. Brings up a nice 2nd down for them.
Well, again, they'll throw with Breeze. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Shotgun now for Breeze. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Here's Breeze to throw. He dumps it down to Ingram. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Their big-bodied receiver, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints get a bit closer. And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for 1 here. And it's good, so that will get them back within 1 score. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. That's fielded in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. And out now come the Vikings. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And the pressure gets to Bradford, and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Now Bradford on 2nd down. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. They were looking for Johnson that time, and that'll make it 3rd down. Time is starting to run out, really becoming a factor. We'll see if the defense can get the stop they need to get the ball back to the offense.
Green 90. Green 90. Ace. Ace. Black 58 round. Black 58 round.
Third and long for Bradford. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Here's Brandon Fields now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And taken right on the 30. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
And they get 28 yards on that one. And that leads to a New Orleans first down. Time for a break. Back with more in the NFC Championship game after this. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together.
Like 50, like 50. Bang, 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 bang. Kill.
On first down, Breeze. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he finds a man on the crossing route. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. And the offense moving quickly to the line.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
Back to throw. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it second down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defense. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a two-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go.
So they'll look to convert that and then hold on here in the final minute to force overtime.
And let's check the nerves of not just the guy kicking the ball, but how about the snapper and the holder as well?
They're not home yet. They still need the two-point conversion to keep their Super Bowl dreams alive. They'll look to run with Ingram. And he's not going to get there. The defense able to come up with a big stop, and they're going to hold on to their two-point lead. So with exactly a minute to play, here comes a critical onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And the Saints signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Brandon, that play ended so fast, it's almost as if the quarterback handed it to the runner, and the tackler was there right away for a loss of yardage.
And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. They run again with Peterson. And he stopped immediately there. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. McKinnon. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
And there it was right in front of us. Today's NFL, these guys nowadays, they don't just eat up space. They try and get upfield and make plays in the backfield.
Here's Brandon Fields now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. Here's Brandon Fields now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And this is a high kick, but it's not going anywhere. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, will see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.